ladies, hope you're having a great day today. All right, today is our Less Stuff, More Life challenge. It's the part of the week that I challenge you to choose one of these options to help weed out things in your life, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. All from my book. Oh, there's Maxine's snow. Less Stuff, More Life. And you can get this book for free. The link is in the description below. I'm sorry. We were just out here filming the first part, and there was a possum just sit up here on my side over here, and then Maxine discovered it. She just kept barking. So we need to go back inside and let the possum disappear and go do his thing. I don't know where the possum went, but it's not around me, thank goodness. But today's challenge is something I thought it's kind of good because it's kind of yucky out today. Dreary and rainy. You can hear the birds chirping. There's a little blue sky, just a glimmer, but not much. It's looking cloudy. So this week's challenge is to be happy. Now that might be like easy enough for the people that are happy all the time naturally, but for those that are not, or that deal with depression, or that deal with looking at the negative, the half empty glass mixing, you need to move. I'm sorry. Or the the glass is either half full or half empty, the one that looks on it as the half empty all the time. This might be the good challenge for you this week. So I thought it's dreary, rainy outside, maybe a good time to share this, because sometimes we do get moved by what it's like, the weather and how it feels and how it makes us feel. So I thought that would be good to go over outside in the rain today. So this challenge, why should you make this challenge? Most people out of life, if you ask them what do they want most out of life, like what do you want? Like if I ask you right now, what do you want out of life? Most people would say to be happy, right? To be successful, to have a good family, to have a good marriage, to maybe have kids, maybe not have kids, right? Maybe to have a lot of money so you can do whatever you want, right? Those things are all things people want. So people naturally want to have happiness, right? You don't say, well, I want to be unhappy. You don't choose to want to be unhappy. Nobody wants to be unhappy, right? I mean, that doesn't even seem natural to want to go and grumble over things or complain over things. No, people want to be happy. They want to enjoy things. They want to have happiness. They want to look at things and go, that's awesome, right? In their life, it's what we desire to have out of life. So why choose to be happy, right? There are like a gazillion sermons on being happy. There is a gazillion self-help books on being happy, right? There's lots of positive quotes for the day and encouragement for the day. Those are all things. Why do we need those things? Because people don't have it. Even in our U.S. Constitution, it says life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, right? Because we want to have happiness in our life. So why is it hard to make that decision to be happy? We know that, right? All the stuff going on in life that gets thrown at us to bring us down, and like the choices we make and then the repercussions from those choices. There's a whole science aspect behind dopamine, right? And dopamine is what your brain makes and that makes happiness in us, right? And then when you hit a certain age, I think it's teenage years, you start to lose that. It's just part of life. So you have to choose to bring that back a little bit, right? And sometimes it helps being on the move, exercising, like exercising is like the root of everything, right? You go to your doctor and you have this, they're like, oh, you need to lose 20 pounds, or you have this, well, start exercising and moving that part of your body. All those things attribute to the health and well-being of us. Amazing. Get outside and exercise a little bit. Even it doesn't have to be like running a marathon or, getting a weight machine and doing things. It's just getting out and moving. Like get outside in that fresh air. Maybe even in the rain with that little umbrella there, walking outside, just getting that to help stimulate the brain cells and the growth in our brains, right? Because we're losing that dopamine as we get a little bit older. So it's a lot harder to do that. That's why kids are just naturally happy, right? Why do kids have happiness? Like they don't have worries of the world. They don't have anything. They just naturally are happy. We need to do that as adults as well. So we got to work it a little bit. Kids can run around a mile. They can run like crazy. Like, how come they have all that energy? We got to do that too to our bodies. So we got to move them a little bit. And people are thinking, well, that's easy enough for you to say because your life is perfect. It's not perfect at all. Or it appears to be perfect, or you've got that good situation, or you've got a house, or you've got those things, right? So you think that if you've got those good situations, then you're naturally going to be happier. But most people that go through things in life and go through the bad things, they can bounce back and be happier and more grateful because of them. Sometimes bad things happen in our life, right? And you have to be able to, going through them is hard, and going through them and not realizing why you're going through these things is hard. It's like going through that storm, but when you come out of it, you can go, okay, I'm gonna be a stronger person because of this, because I'm learning from my mistakes, I'm learning from that situation, and I'm gonna become better going through. So what made us happy before? Days like now, self-help books, and internet and watching YouTube videos and going and seeing sermons on different pastors and all these things. What made us happy before? Do you know what made us happier before, way back in the day, before all these media things? Community. Having a sense of community around you helps build and encourage that up. That's why in the Bible it says, do not forsake the assembling of believers. Why is that? Because it's important to get together with other people. It's important to get together with like-minded people. You know why? Because you can build each other up. Iron sharpens iron, right? It says that in the Bible. Because when you would talk about things, you don't get to people and start complaining about life and the woe is me. Get to and you hear some positive, encouraging things. You're like, oh, I can use that in my life. Or, wow, that was really nice they said that to me. That encourages and helps build you up, right? Words can build you up. They can also tear you down. But getting together with people, having that circle of influence is a good thing. Going to church is a good thing. You may have been hurt by church. You may have been hurt by different situations. I get that. I get that. It's very easy to have that happen. But if you can look past that and still say, you know what? Not every church is that way. Not every group is that way. And go forward and say, okay, I'm going to try this. And go with the Lord's leading. He'll lead you to the right one you want to go to. Trust me. It helps to have that community, even in your own group where you're at, your neighbors. Like, most of us don't even know our neighbors. Like, I grew up, we knew all our neighbors. We hung out with our neighbors. The neighbors got together. We did things. They had backyard barbecues. They did these things. Most of us now don't even know who our neighbors are. Like, we've lived in this world where we're becoming so closed on just us, we don't even care about anything around us. And that's so true, right? Like, think about it. Do you know your neighbor? Like, I know our neighbor that way. I don't know our neighbor this way. People become like isolated from things. It's important to reach out and get to know them. And I know that was important for us to move here, especially like to get involved in our community, because I'm like, we don't have that circle here like we did back in our old state. So we had to like make it. We had to go to things. We had to join their oops, Maxine. We had to join their little community board. We had to go and learn about things, even if like we didn't really know much about it. We went to their tailgate markets. We became part of those. All these things to join up. When they have an activity, we went and be part of it. And being there, I mean, we're not like full first like run our city or our little town, but being actively involved in it, going even when people aren't going. We did a Christmas tree lighting ceremony for many, many years. Sometimes it was just us and a few other people, but as every year progresses, more and more and more people start going, and more people come together to be part of it. And that's just growing that sense of community to show, I want to show my kids, hey, this is where we live. We want to make a difference in our community. We want to grow and expand in this community. And that shows them like a purpose. And it might just be them and a bunch of older people, but hey, they're doing something. So being part of that community, growing that community is important to your happiness as well. Okay, so how do you make those changes? How do you make those changes, Amy, when you're not happy? Gratitude is a good way to do it. Start by counting your blessings. Yeah, they say that, right? Sometimes it helps to look at things that are bigger than yourself. Like, it's so easy to look at your own life and look at the woe is me. Oh, I get that, did that, been there, done that. Look at my life and how I don't have this, or how I don't have that, or I don't have that in a husband, or I don't have that in kids, or I don't have that in a house or a car, or all those things. Oh yeah, done that. You gotta stop doing that. You gotta be thankful for what you have and take care of the things that you have. And gratitude is huge. If you only seek and look at your own happiness in life, it's never going to get you happiness. You got to look at the well-being of others around you and be happy for them. Somebody gets a raise, be happy. Somebody gets a big giant chunk or a brand new house, be happy and rejoice with them. Because as you grow up, it helps to care about people other than yourself, and to care about others around you more than yourself, because it's easy to get in that slump of, I got nothing, right? We don't want to do that. If each of us just took a little bit of time every single day and worked on looking at compassion and happiness and being grateful for things, it'll change the way you are. Happiness, learning happiness is a skill. It is. It's just like cooking and cleaning and learning to take care of things. It's something you need to work on. If you struggle with this, take that every day. Every morning, wake up and write your 5 things down that you're happy for. 5 things that you're thankful for. If you deal with negativity in your home, you don't like it, well, start praising things. You don't like your marriage, start blessing and praising your husband every single day. It might be hard. Oh yeah. It might be difficult. You might not even know what to say. Maybe it's like you have to dig way down deep to find one good thing. Praise him for that. One thing. Your kids, same way. They backtalk you. They treat you like crap. You know what? There's got to be one thing in there that you can be thanking them for, and thank them for it. You'd be surprised at how you start changing things, how that's going to change everything around you. When you're cleaning and doing your cooking, sometimes life just gets overwhelming. You're working at your job, you're washing dishes, and you're like, oh my goodness, I just I'm done with this. And you get so overwhelming. You want to get mad and mad. Start going, you know what? I'm so thankful I can wash all these dishes right now because I was able to feed my family today. Because there's people in the world right now that are trying to figure out what they're going to eat for the day. And we just ate 3 meals today. So I may have to wash 100 dishes today, but I am thankful for that, right? You may be at a job. Think of the people that are out of a job. They don't even have a job right now. Always look at the opposite of like what life could be like. And you don't want to be that way, because you can always find someone way worse off than yourself. Always you can. The formula for happiness for everyone is not the same, but the things that we do are the building blocks in our life. Playing, smiling, having fun, right? Having new experiences, friends and family, and doing things that are meaningful and appreciating what we have. These are what make us happy, and they are free. You don't have to go buy those. You don't have to buy a big house to be happy. You don't have to go buy different clothes to be happy. You don't have to redo your house to make it happy. Those are all things that you can add, but guess what? They do go away. If that happiness is not rooted inside, you're not thankful for those things, that'll go away real quick. You can get your house redone, then you can be like, you'll find something else to be unhappy about. And the more that we can share happiness with everybody else, it just makes a whole lot better circle around you. So try that today. I want you to challenge yourself this week and then continue on. Happiness is one that I recommend doing all the time. You want to be happy. Be happy to make a difference in your world and in your own life and in your own house. Half full, not half empty, right? Be that optimism, not that pessimism. When things come up today and you just want to go, always happens to me. No. Stop thinking that way. Right away go, all right, okay, this opportunity. I'm going to do such and such a thing. Or you know what? Okay, could be worse, could be this. Thankful it's just this. Look at things on the brighter side. Can you do that this week? I guarantee you can. You just got to make a conscious effort to do it. So that's your challenge this week, is to be more happy. All right, we're going to be happy. We can do this. You can do this. I believe in you. So, all right, you guys have a fantastic rest of your day. And I'm going to go in, watch out for my possum out here. I keep hearing things, makes things my guard dog. I'm going to go and enjoy my happiness for the day with my family. All right, we'll see you tomorrow.